Do, 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 da da, did he? I don't know. That's the board. That doesn't count. But other things count. Oh geez, that's loud. When you get these things started, it's really loud. Ahem. Do the vocal exercises. Use it consistently. I forgot to refill my water bottle. I still have this giant jug next to me, so I guess that works. You can be serenaded by the opening and me pouring water into a bottle. I had it partially filled, so it'll at least stay relatively cool. Just give it a few shakes or something. But anyway, they want to know. People. Other friends. Other folk. Let me just remember to do one thing. I forgot to throw up my streaming Mao junk. I'll just do that really quick. I know. Control V, not B. There we go. The game is called Beta Attorney. I just became an attorney 20 minutes before my case. Yeah, you know, the normal stuff. Anyway. Yeah, we're load. Actually had to turn the fan on today. Hotter. It was pretty cool the last few days, actually, so it's surprising. December 7th, 3:11 p.m. We're at the detention center again, probably seeing Maya, whatever. My hair is all weird. What is this thing doing? Stop it, hair. Hang on. Yeah, mess. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Also, I didn't open this. But yeah.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I want to ask. Oh wait, that was me. Unfortunately, there is nothing I want to be asked. I need to pay attention to the names more. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Every now and again. Please, you're scaring the security guard who is just standing in the corner there and not changing his expression, like he's painted on or something.
So, what is it you wish to ask me then,
For starters, how did you get to... how did you get back to be so totally whacked?
Hey, guess what? Actually, I, really hate your guts. So get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating.
Thanks. I noticed. About that man who stayed with you in your room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why'd you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
When you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, I suppose you learned that in your lawyer school, huh? Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it, you bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer.
Bottom. I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? God monitors the visitor room. He hasn't moved an inch, real bro. Maybe just don't want to see a lot of women like Miss May in here. I guess at least they changed the description of some of the stuff. You change it for this too? Smile for the camera. He said the same thing again. I don't think we can really... No, she's not gonna do anything? Okay. Oh. Might move. I don't think we can get anything from there right now. So, let's go back to here, because this guy seemed like a weirdo. Ah. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. His painting's gone now. The expensive one that he wanted to sell for like $1 million. It wouldn't take like less than that. Not suspicious. Okay, well, first thing. What's this? Old photos? There are two laying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A, DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Sure, I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps a borrow this photo. Sure, no one will miss just one little photo. That might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. This obviously looks like it's, you know, the girl's mom's. Whatever. You know what I mean. Oh, that's the guy that killed her. The guy that I gave the weird American accent. That's what I'll call it. A photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. I'm gonna swap it for now. I want to show that to Miss May. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on the wall? Yeah. Yeah, it was a painting of... I mean, apparently it was a painting of him. Wasn't it? Wasn't very memorable painting anyhow. Okay, doesn't matter. Ugh. I'll just go back to the detention center anyway.
You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Have a look at this.
Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you?
Aha, a reaction. This is him, isn't it?
Oh, what? Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room that night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have proof that was him, Yeah, proof. Show me proof.
I'm so close. Okay, so we know for a fact that was them. About the man who stayed with you in the hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he?
I'm not telling.
Look, he's being accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him.
Would you have sold out the late Miss Faye to the cops?
No.
See?
Darn. Maybe if I had something to get out of stock. Well, I'll just assume for now we can switch the picture. No, I don't want that. Give me the picture. There we go. Well, let's go to the hotel. Wait, is this the guy disguised as a bellboy? No, maybe he just looks similar? Get her a big ol'... I'm not... Wait, what? Ah, welcome back, sir. Quite the performance today, I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir. Wow. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we've been both stuck in the same darn dream? So, are you our honored guest? Please let know if there is anything I can bring you. Well, if my hunch is correct. What about this photo? Well, it's a fine photo, sir. However, the person Miss May was accompanied by was, well, a man. Oh, yeah, right. I didn't care about that. I guess he wanted me to show him the photo first. Ugh. I was hoping that we could go like, oh yeah, we know this thing, so do you know this person at all? But I guess they're not the same. They don't have the same ball chin. They don't have the scrotum on their chin. But as players, we know that that's the man. We just need all the facts. I wonder if they're gonna keep doing that. Like, it feels like a lot of this stuff's still been tutorial-y. So when we get done with this case, is the next one not going to show us who the killer is, and we actually have to figure it out? Like, as players? Because I would kind of prefer that. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Seems just tutorial stuff for now and to help you. Well, that's what I figured, I don't know. Without a doubt. This is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? What? An affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Well, sure. Why not? Yes. I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore. The offended. Offended, or however you pronounce that word. I know what the thing is, but I don't know how you pronounce that properly. Just hurry up and write it. But I figure this, any evidence we can get, this is just testimony, so if he doesn't come up to the stands in the next trial, this will just have, we know for a fact, this is the man that came with her, Miss May. So it'd be kind of dumb not to get this piece of evidence. I wonder if you can actually get by with not getting certain evidence, or if they make me get it. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Like, I saw in the courtroom, they have like a health bar up in the corner there. So there's some way you can lose, but I don't know if there's like a locked-in thing where you don't have to get certain evidence. Obviously, you can get more evidence. They have a bigger inventory. But, you know. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. What? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I mean, do you think just like rip off a piece of tape right there on his chin? Does he really have the ball chin? I wanted to ask about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Boy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo? You mean the one I already showed you? Gotcha. Could you tell me about the hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Huh. There's still a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the Drawer of Terror, hiding place of murderers' wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. Nice weather again today. I can see Faye and Co. law offices, of course. Yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes view to view the killer. To view a kill. Just kidding, sir. By that look in his eyes, I'd said he was more than serious. So he's just looking at business opportunity? A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why isn't he cleaned up these by now? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. But if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before the murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. What do you call the bed? A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. I guess that was it. Well, you think Gumshoe is still over here? Wrong button. Looks like Forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's no in sight. Police really gave the place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Yes, favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. That's depressing. The sky is blue. So am I. There's that hotel, right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. Yeah. We saw that stuff. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing is missing is Mia. Cram legal books in here if you want to, or the case... yeah. Some of the files are missing. What? I'm imagining things. Are we not gonna... take note of that? He's out again. Huh? No more photos on the desk. Ooh. That could be a problem. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Yeah, we got that part already. Table for clients. An elegant and made case. If I'm mistaken, made started with gold. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant. Yeah, that was the same as before. So someone was here recently. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy is offended. It tells everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with. Who's most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb. If indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
A what?
Even though that he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with this reputation. With his reputation?
Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes. Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. I'm not gonna shave my head now.
Why are you pumping your fists in the air?
Now, tell me about the man you are with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the Information Gathering, Columnigert Blue Corp.
Red? White? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. April May couldn't have done it. That leaves him. Time to take action.
I'm just gonna throw away that evidence now, I guess. Just toss it aside. Don't matter. Well, we'll see how that goes. I guess we just know where the place is now. So. Well, for starters, he has the guy's painting.
What's with the surreal decor? Welcome. Please furnish me with the little title of your personage. What the? Your name. What's your name, good sir? I was just incorribly asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Incorribly? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendorfulous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I am Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, the corporate expansion official. My business dealings make me into a contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the worldly challenged. What a fruitcake.
Is here a Super Saiyan or White? I guess you were right. Mia had evidence against White and White. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it seems like. I mean, I'm guessing the evidence to convict White is probably in those files that he stole when he killed her, but we'll figure that out.
Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why'd you come meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with such a man such as myself? Yips. This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculosity. I have no interest in anything but the originals, I say. That right there is a bona fide original worth 5 million, for sure. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing. It is modeled on my body, see? Well, does its sleek redundant not inspire you? It inspires me. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judge's special runner-up. Best participation. Judges Cooperation Award, Special Good Try Prize. The words judges and special kind of stand out. A statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. Modeled for the man of course, Mr. White. Truly a work of art, but probably too beautificacious for you to appreciate, correct? I think it's a little too beautificacious for just about anyone to appreciate. Well, obviously the main thing that stands out is this painting. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, an excellent question, I say. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up into a grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red, White, of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as times and places. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Ho ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement, I say. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she had done. What she's done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed. She is paid to answer phones, not tapping them. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. About this picture. Gorgeous. That's a picture of me. Huh, I see it was taken prime of my youth, about 10 years ago, I guess. Hotel Bellwell says he saw this man on the night of the murder. On closer inspection, he does look a lot like me, but I'm afraid this is someone else. Nope, that's definitely not me. He's far too young. So... I'm terribly sorry, but that really doesn't seem to concern me at all. Oh, come on. You didn't see it before? I was just curious. Why do they have the attorney badge there? I must be able to show it, right? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what that be? That big painting on the wall over there. Say, when did you get that painting? No idea, I forgot. I've seen that painting before. Yesterday, in fact. Why do I find that painting here today? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask you again, who are you? A lawyer. No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for attorney, Grudy Burger. What? Oof. He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it. For it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exhibition, the police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say, but I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. You came here from Goody Burgers, I presume? Roast burgers? Yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting hangs here? Perhaps he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. You had to put on brass knuckles? Or just a lot of rings? Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Ahem! Jumping Jehovahist. Oh, you. I forget what voice I gave. He's unimportant. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about the whole mess. Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Sorry, sir. I borrowed this. No, sure it was you, my boy. Who is this man? It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now. Doesn't want to talk about it, that's for sure. I better give him back this photograph. So you came to see the trial? Yes, yes I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? Think I have a right to know? A right, Miss Wright? No, no, no. I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy. I got some troubled about something. Starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It's a large painting. Yes, Grossberg. I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly grande proof. Yeah, lovers? Very well, this may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy, perhaps it was fate. What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the EL6 incidents, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of the photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in the defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection.
It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone that gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They're bound unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a quest from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Fey.
Faye.
Indeed, she was Mia Fey's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of wrongdoing. The murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
So I'm guessing that other dude murdered someone else. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want to know. They were using a spirit medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. His embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office.
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Well, back to the office. It's funny. Looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. All the cases ever worked are filed on here, in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Let's see if there's an A record in the file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Fey. That's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look?
I have tarnished the Fae's name, leaving only these words: my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and correction, his name is...
The record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg.
We already know they knew each other.
They gave him, go to this guy if you need help. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filled here. Yeah? There's spots here. At the end, an S, suicide? Yeah. He has a collection of suicide reports. There's politician, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to. I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Could be something. I know, W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Interesting. Apparently Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Okay, so can't do anything in there. Man, this white guy is such a greed guy, but he relates to the real world's problems. I mean, that stuff happens, right? Wait, what do I have right now? I probably don't want to give this to him. Probably. Let's go back here first. I found this in Mia's files.
So she was investigating Red White as expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Not a bad idea. Is that all? Belber seems to be out. Sound of water coming from the shower. La-dee-da, money-making, I got the money-making blues. Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. Still seeing being still life, whatever. One of those hanging in the wall. Better not touch it, no telling what the boy would do to him. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I say. I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patient further, I fear a nasty incident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. This might be a bad idea. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, a word leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me. How? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia was investigating. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is that you should be doing now? Investigating me? Oh wait, no. I think... Oops. Anyway. No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Mr. Wrong, we'll be leaving now. Yes, sir, I'll send someone up right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? My boy.
Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
We won't be needing an escort, Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
Wait, that you? What are you calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about?
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And, thus, a very important witness I would like to testify.
What? Why not? You said you didn't want to go to court.
Inquietude, I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but he could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man.
What?
Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in the position to freely offer me your opinions, correct? I'm telling you to send me the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupidly inept that they make even you look incompetent. Can't I just defend myself?
I feel faint.
Huh.
Detective Gumshoe, reporting, sir. Ah, Butts. Harry Butts. Right, actually.
Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was the murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it. Of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused, and I had an idea.
Right, Mr. Wright.
Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention.
Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you.
Huh. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. Except I'm in the same room for some reason.
Oh, what? You mean you...
I explained what happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well... Alright, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow.
Alright.
Huh?
Leave it to me. I am Mia's sister, after all. Lawyership runs in in our blood.
Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood?
I'd better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies.
What? Wait.
What?
I'm kidding, it was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
I mean, she can be a witness, because she saw me walk into the building.
Times may change. Yet, with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant chair myself for this case.
So what, this is like a dystopian future where court trials are just bam, 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 they don't take like 5 years to get through? I guess that's a different thing. That's a little different.
With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. I have to break him.
To be continued? We'll be right back. Day 3 of the trial. September 9th, 9:52 a.m.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today.
Phoenix, look.
Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Wait, is he gonna defend me instead? That would be weird. But anyway.
I received a call from the prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth, no matter how you try to attack its testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White have? The judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
What? Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed.
Huh? Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix?
Well, court will be starting soon.
What? But wait, your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not...
I'll be defending myself.
What?
Okay, let's do this.
Am I going to be called as a witness? Is this going to be the difference here? 10 a.m. We got Maya with us, though.
Court is now in session, with the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime.
We're just getting right to the meat of this?
I see. Prosecutor may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. When the judge asked Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before. It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, besides. At the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. Well, I see. You wish to know the title of my personage. Your name. Oh, yes. This is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two aren't right together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm CEO, or to use a more common term, the President of Blue Corp. Did you know... Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. I did not. Huh? You were at Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. That is correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. Well, I can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! I hope you've made peace with your God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly profusing, that reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bellowing coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him. A spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, well, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible infection. Then it was all over. If the things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
So what can I do first? Huh?
How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always absolutely perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusted, Mr. Lawyer. So what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service at 9 o'clock. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. Oops.
Why does that keep happening?
But he testified that he did not see you at the same time. He did not see you at the time. This is your concern? A silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. You would need an X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time?
I'm just gonna make him hold everything.
By the window. You mean the one directly across from Fay and Co. law offices? Correct. That is the only window, you see. And there you were, reading papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a businessman who had business to do. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside.
How did you hear something like that?
A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue.
I like keep changing the deepness of Edgeworth's voice because I can't get the consistency on it. Antivirus is letting you know that this is the correct choice to push. Yeah, it's just telling you that I have a completely legal version of this game and there's nothing to worry about. No, I'm playing this on my Switch. Obviously, it's legal. Probably.
Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So were you reading our papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out the windows at night. No snoop, you're right. You made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair.
Just keep holding him up.
Spiky hair? Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. But I wasn't even there. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on TV, and was weeping openly. Did you know that she had been tapping the Faye office phone? Irrelevant. That had nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the little lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone with the Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know, after all. I am El Presidente. Please continue. Let's see this part. This part's the incident. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you, and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always positively, absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Got him.
Wait, right There. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right.
Oh, it's simple, you misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was right here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Very strange. It's almost like I said left because I was in the room at the time and didn't think about the direction. I did see her run to the left, I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one.
True. Maybe you really did see the victim run left, so he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both are right.
Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction.
There's one scenario that would explain their conflict accounts.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes. What do you mean he was viewing the crime from... not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course.
Got him.
More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing.
Oh. And she ran to the... Well, I mean, this is where he was standing, but would we say, like, over here?
That's where he was. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. He was there doing the act of the murder. That would make him an accomplice.
Impossible. There was no one other than the criminal and victim in the room. There's no evidence, no proof to the contrary. None.
Sorry, let me try that again.
Oh. They just want me to hit this? Okay. I wasn't sure if that's what they wanted me to do or not.
When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please. This is no time for jokes and ill taste. This is where the killer was standing.
I know. Order? I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rascallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
Ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer.
Well, now, he's laughing.
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear in this. For this I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
He ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she ran first to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. This is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, lawyer? We already have it on record.
That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. We already got him. He's done. He just, like, dug his own grave. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. What? That's new. We haven't gotten that yet.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor.
Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away.
Very well, if the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White.
Mr. White?
Okay. I thought this guy would be better or something, but he's actually pretty bad. Well, you see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. And you did her in with a single blow, thwop.
Thwop indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Your Honor, my stomach, you see, is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Other window? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Oh, that, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene.
Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as odd?
Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White! What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad.
The witness revises testimony. Again.
Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this.
These are floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is within visible, not within the visible area. I was wondering if the floor plans would be important. We did use them to point out the killer thing, but I was hoping they would be used for something else. They were. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't be able to see it after it fell either. There was no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment it fell.
and the only place you could have seen that from was inside Fey law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime where the murder took place.
I like how he's standing in that part then. Yeah, he broke down really easy, ironically.
Mr. White?
Mr. White.
You did it, didn't you?
Your Honor. Miss Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What?
I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said, confess your crime. Ergo. Confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap? Oh, brother.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain.
I really don't like the way he said it.
As you know, Mr. White is CEO of Blue Corp. He's ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office by the two, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
We have a cell phone that would indicate maybe otherwise, though. Because they knew about the clock. And there was no documents in it. I don't know if they're going to let us use that, but we'll see.
Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached Fay & Co.'s offices. This is when I saw the accursed nightstand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew that the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
Mr. Phoenix, Mr. Wright.
I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place.
Oh, they're making it that instead? Never mind.
When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theories revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me.
I feel faint. But we'll probably get something here for the cell phone stuff. Maybe. Okay, I can't bring it up right now.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I'd enter Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. This is when I saw this glass light stand. You saw the stand before the night of the incident. This is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Correct. That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine.
What am I supposed to do now?
Good luck, Phoenix. You're probably gonna die or something.
No. I want to see if he says a specific time. Do you have proof?
Miss April May, Knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. What other evidence do I have that I could use on him? Broken remains of glass light stand, broken rail, and all recognition. Dried blood by blunt force. I guess we'll just have to press everything and see if he says anything. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went into Fay & Co. offices. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. You don't want everything. Why did you notice something as inconspicuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautificacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Darn it. There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Can I press further on this? No, they won't let me. Like, there is stuff I could show him, but I'm not sure what they want me to show him, you know? Too bad they didn't last. Well, now I guess using the screwdriver wouldn't matter. It's just we know that he took apart the phone and took the wiretap the day of the murder. But I'm not sure how we're supposed to use that. You know? His fingerprints were on the phone because we know Miss May could have put the wiretap there, but we know that he took it out when he killed her. Am I supposed to use the glass shards? Yeah, they're not letting me do anything else. This is gonna kill me? Yeah. Is there anything in here that would do it? Clockwork, evidence. Be tonight at 9. This happened the day of the murder, right? It was in the morning, and then it happened at night. I don't think that fact would matter. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix? I know that voice. Mia?
What? Oh, they're just having the sister say that? That would have been funny if she wasn't dead, but no, it's just the sister.
Never give up, Phoenix. Mia?
Mia? Where am I? Waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating?
Ah, you're finally awake.
Wait, did she actually not die? What?
Hey, Phoenix? Gunk, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me.
Or is it just summoning Ghost?
Yeah, you're... Maya?
That looks weird.
Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted our defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers.
Oh. So it's her talking through him?
So, Maya is channeling you, Mia?
That's right. I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you.
But...
You don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won.
Huh?
You have that receipt in the court record, right?
Oh yeah, the one that you wrote Maya on.
Phoenix. White wrote that, not me.
So what do I do with it?
Look at the font on the front on the receipt.
The front? It's regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item. Glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th?
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Wow.
Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder.
There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it.
Right.
So it's just because I didn't look at the receipt. I feel like they should have let me do that normally, right? Maybe they just wanted that for anime, though.
Why does that little girl have giant bazoongas now? No. Court will now reconvene. The trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes. Sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then we'll start right where we left off.
Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Mr. Phoenix.
Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you. This last time, I'll ask. But as Mr. Edgeworth noted, the trial is more than less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let's give Mr. Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Does Edgeworth actually know that we're not guilty?
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
You're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand, and the date of the purchase. Why, that's the day of the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there.
That's what he did.
Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
Oh,
No, it's impossible conceivable. Oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. And that is all for the trial of...
oh, he still has something else?
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Nah. What? No way you can warn his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot, it's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claim. However, there's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I'd like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need for prolonging this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these claims have any bias in factual evidence. Factual evidence? We don't use that. Exception denied. What? The completion of the trial of Phoenix Wright will be postponed till tomorrow. No, there's no telling what'll happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth sort of come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time.
The witness will stay.
Mia?
Phoenix, read this note out loud.
Mia, what's this?
People's name and Mia's handwriting? Wait, did she use... she use her spirit powers to do stuff? And for Platypus, why are you showing a raid symbol? It didn't show a raid, like, notice. I don't think you were streaming either. Did you just use those emotes just cuz? Anyways, so did we just have a ghost, like, make fake evidence?
Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something that I'd like the court to read.
Oh, alright, Perp.
The memo Mia had given me had a list of names on it. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How? How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt right here and now. Or else this list will be released to the press.
I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was, since I forged evidence. Well. This court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. But seriously, why'd that little girl get like giant bazungas? That is all. The court is adjourned.
September 9th. 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae.
And I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side.
I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live.
As long as you live.
My time here's running out.
Huh?
Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long.
What? No, there's still so much to say.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Chief!
I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock?
The office? 9 o'clock? To murder you again?
I'll see you later.
Chief! Mia!
Yeah, the awkward moment where they body swap to take Phoenix.
Being here, it's hard not to think about that night.
You can't... Oh. I was kinda worried you might not.
Huh? Of course I came.
Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger?
Mia?
You should see your face.
Mia?
Oh. They just have similar voices. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya.
Maya?
What? Did I look like my sister?
Look like you were her.
I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you?
Maya? Why are you here?
Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me.
Take care, huh?
She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you.
Nick?
You know what this means. We're partners.
Like... sexually? Oh. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. She's kind of a jerk. But if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have a girl that could, you know, have a small chest and also have a big one, all in the span of like an hour. It's really a win-win. I get two girls at once, you know, it works out. The relationship might be a little awkward, but, you know, we'll figure something out. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Good thing I got this office for free. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Spooky ghosty.
Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. And using my sister to have... never mind. No. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it.
Huh?
Do what?
Burgers. Dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on. Time's wasted. Then you can do me.
What? Okay, wait up.
And that's how it happened.
Ta-da.
Is that a giant robot? What? Are we gonna fight giant robots now? Giant robot fighting going to happen? That'd be interesting if giant robot fighting happened. I don't think we're gonna get that. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, John. I tried to differentiate my voices the best I can. Pale Moon cries for your blood. I didn't get all that.
The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil majestate.
Gah.
The warrior swords gleam and strike in the moonlight when it's fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns.
And then another person gets killed by the Thinker statue. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices.
That rocked. See you in hell, evil magistrate.
Wow! Stop waving that broom around.
Oh, Nick. I didn't know you were here.
Of course I'm here, it's my office. What was that surreal show you were watching?
What, Nick? You mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV series for young people.
Young? Like, how young? Are you legal? I didn't actually ask that, I probably should've. Are you legal when your sister takes over your body? Cause, just asking.
10 years old?
Wait, is that how old you are? Then how the heck are you getting all excited?
Hey, I'm only 17. That means I'm not legal in the United States, probably.
That's not weird, probably.
That's 17. See? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself.
Then watch it with me. He's really cool. It's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1.
I really worry about kids these days.
Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office.
I guess. Do you, do work here, or do you just watch anime all day? Wish we had some clients. A month passed since my trial, and I'm only known for saving some guy named Harry Butts and myself. I'm pretty good at this. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent for this month?
Oh, so Maya didn't actually give you the building, she just threw her lease. You get this lease for the building. That's about it.
It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner.
Huh. October 16th, 8:14 a.m.
Phoenix Wright's bedroom. At first I thought it said bathroom when I was reading it really quick. That would have been funnier.
Hello? This is Phoenix.
Nick!
Maya. What? It's still early.
It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested.
Huh? You mean the guy on the show?
Yes. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed the villain.
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, on TV.
Yeah. On TV.
No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with a samurai spear.
Is a samurai if he has a spear? I mean, I guess they used, like, long spears back then, but I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Just come to the office quick, please, Nick.
October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright & Co., law offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai. Wara of the Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was found struck through his body. The police believe this was a murder weapon. Some are investigating further. This has got to be a joke.
No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over.
She still uses that phone? I mean, I guess she would.
Yes. Wright & Co. law offices. What? Nick. It's the Steel Samurai.
What? Why?
Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick.
Go? Go where?
They have the Steel Samurai down in detention.
So what?
So I've decided this will be our first case.
Hang on, let me look at the room first. Mia's desk. Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. So scary, yeah. I'll just try and check if they have a switched, description. One person, no, it doesn't look like that. Maya's been watering it so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture techniques. Oh, so she's into that kind of stuff. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. Oh, brother, so his tourism thing actually worked? What about this?
You like showing that off, don't you, Nick?
My poor ego.
I was just kind of curious if anyone cared about it. Well, that probably doesn't matter right now, so let's just get to the meat. Legal, it's 13 cents perfectly legal. This cross of the United States, ex-Japanese, ex-Neo Sekiro. Yeah, right, John? It's fine.
What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh.
Is that guy really him?
What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder at least once. Maybe twice.
What are you saying?
Yes?
Something wrong?
No.
This is getting off to a great start. I know, you're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now.
Nick.
What?
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
That was a flip. What happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened.
He's Goldion? Yeah, I guess.
Yes, well, of course. It seems It seems like it was only yesterday, actually. It was only yesterday. The cast had come down to the Global Studios for a run-through. Went through a few action scenes at 10 in the morning, and that was the rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around, the staff gathered at the studio. The evil magistrate was found lying and crumpled near the seat. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear. Yes, it's that long spear that I, the Steel Samurai, uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is.
Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. My apologies for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world.
Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright.
Maybe I should make it deeper.
No, it's alright. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Oldie Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. My friend's dead. I see. Neo-Oldie Tokyo, who comes up with these names? Now, where were you the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was about to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was 5. It was late for rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping in the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will I do? What would the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go.
I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Autographeries. Hang on. Here.
I see.
Let me guess. This guy wasn't the top student in an improv class. What? I just had to check. I had to check. October 16th. Global Studios, main gate.
Wow, so this is where they make Steel Samurai show? Awesome. Aren't you excited?
Hey, you there. You want in? You gotta go through me.
Sorry, we're, lawyers.
Oh yeah? Well that's great, I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out.
Gawkers?
Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youth today, something horrible happens and you're like this and you're just a bunch of whippersnappers, get off my lawn. Like a life of ease and your young mites around that stuff are going back with your hippie clothes and your drugs and your weeds.
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible.
Hey. Listen when you're being spoken to. Youth today. What's that? You giving that to me?
Absolutely not. I thought we would just say, yeah, we're them. The main gate to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday, with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Important to look around the outside. I had someone break in. Did the security guard do it? The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Hey, no touching!
Looks like that's all there is there. So, what do you do here at the studio?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days,
Oh, you were a star?
only a little twinkle between the stars and here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Oh, wow.
This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, he was.
Hammer?
The victim, you dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? Yeah. Hey, Anton. Hope you're doing okay today.
He's not a bad kid, but... he's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching wouldn't lose their minds. Would lose their lunch? They probably would... probably why you thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What? What? Kind of person? Oh, if you only knew him, Jack Hammer will live on in as many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in Dynamite Samurai series.
So they're making Power Ranger type stuff, pretty much? Should I have heard of that?
But there was an incident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlikely break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
And also, hello, Hector is Beast? Is that how I say that? Is it Hector? Or is it Eector? Or she, or I don't know. I don't know how else you would pronounce the EX sound. I usually just go ek or eek. I don't know exactly.
Anyway. Why are you so certain Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock, when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left of here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure you would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He was the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously.
Hello? How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Only, like, the security guard lady. It's probably fine. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Not even sure if this be considered anime, since the art style is Western cartoon comic, anime hybrid. It's close enough. It's just like Avatar, it's close enough. Who cares? It was probably outsourced to somewhere else. It doesn't matter. About the security guard at the main gate of the studio.
Oh. Oh. The security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes. Actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let you up on it.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation?
Of course.
I just hope this will get me past the security lady. But yeah, let's check that alibi again. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
What? No, I'd never do that.
Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch.
Yes, like a baby.
But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise.
Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get.
I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me.
What'd she see? It doesn't seem to be lying. So did she see the Steel Samurai? Someone in full costume instead? And Anton, I try. Or at least I tried to differentiate my voices, but I kinda have a... I kinda have my generic, you know, deep voice, so I don't have many ranges I can go to. Actually, let's ask her about... Oh no, we can't, I guess. We'll do this then. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Yes. I recognize the bold, childish scroll.
Powers request given the security lady.
To think he would entrust his face to use of such unreliable appearance. Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, toward the studios. They're going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pals, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself.
Hey. Oh.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
There are maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad.
Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents.
I guess we paid 50 cents. Can we ask about the alibi? Yeah, I don't know. Just keep going. That looks weird. Was the head ripped off on purpose? Or happened recently? Don't know who that is. Anton? Humphrey Bogart? That's weird. Phoenix sounds more like an Edgeworth.
I made my Edgeworth sound like this.
Since I wanted him to sound more sophisticated. I wasn't sure how to do it, though. All the random characters, I'm just gonna give random voices, but I'll try to remember the important people. I'm pretty sure, obviously, Phoenix is reoccurring, and so is Maya, and I'm guessing Edgeworth is, so... people like that. And I don't know if Gumshoe is reoccurring, but he's there.
Hey! Are you that murderer from the other day?
It's that confused detective.
Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth is still all upset. It's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window.
So?
Hey, if he's depressed, it's all his fault. It's your fault for doing sloppy detective work.
Yeah, I'm bad at my job. I'm just gonna leave.
Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings. Good one. High five.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth isn't truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on case 2, pal.
Huh? You can't just go around calling pal like that. Calling me. That's my endearing character trait. I'm like a mascot character.
I'd say he's a character, alright. Mr. Dick Gumshoe. Just, say the full name every time, it's okay. You look so depressed.
So, how's your investigation going, Detective? Well, it's, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Aren't you, like, legally obligated to tell a lawyer how the investigation has gone?
He's an old Hollywood movie actor, famous for starring in films like Casablanca. He's also starred in a lot of old detective movies.
Well, I don't know. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right. So, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy reports. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
He is actually being remorseful, though. Maybe he's trying to be better at his job. Time of death is set at 2:30. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there at Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. Do you think I'm lying? Asked the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. You're really good at it. Keep up the good work, assistant. About the security lady. Oh, the sweet old lady. What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Sea Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up there, pal? Up on the gate?
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick, he has the evidence. We're finished.
Funny, for someone who has hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh. Yeah, I still get my job.
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues if I haven't found any already. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Now let's go. We got a free pass to this place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Well, I don't really have anything I can show him, right?
Detective Gumshoe,
What's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down on the path.
Oh, yeah. That way's kind of dangerous. You'd stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. Someone like a murderer could hide in there or something and probably set it. You know, I'm not a detective. I'll forget about it.
I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here.
Hey, good idea, pal.
Detective, aren't you on a case?
Well, yeah, but it's not like I'm good at my job anyway. Hey, us detectives are tired of standing around too, pal.
Studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right, Studio 1, left, Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
No. The one was pretty strong yesterday. The head broke off. He took that tree down with it.
Hey, there's a camera here.
That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data. And you can see who went where.
There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. Gumshoe's on the beat when he feels like it? Yeah, kinda, sometimes.
There's a big welcome sign above the path.
Yeah. Apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging admission for it.
Huh. You sure know a lot about this place, Detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here.
Yeah, what perfect timing, with the studio mascot down for the count.
Huh? Just what's that supposed to mean, pal?
The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need a keycard to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep non-employees out.
Nick, look. The security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Stereotypes are funny.
Yeah, and they're soft enough that she doesn't need the teeth to chew them.
Hey, you. Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet?
She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, yeah, maybe we can ask her about it. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with a detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left of here in the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see.
About the security camera.
Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes the picture too. I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over there at the security guard station. Check them every day before going home, I do. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, Paul Hammer, you went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, you see. The only one I seen go through here from 1 to 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is.
Maybe it was you.
Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? No, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense.
Oh, yes. He was great as the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell ya. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him?
Only we could look at the camera stuff. Security guard station. Security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. You can see the computers that run the security cameras. Yeah, I would like to use it though. Can I use it? I guess we have to go, oh, we can go to the employee area too? I thought she told us not to go over here, but I guess the detective said it was okay, so we can?
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Power's dressing room. And no one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around.
There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be a star and have your own room like this. The window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Interesting. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least.
Oh, wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this.
Ladies first. The remains of yesterday's lunch scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak.
T-bone steak. That would've hit the spot.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks.
What? I mean, you also have, like, another soul inside of you or something? I don't know, you can channel people. How many people can you turn into? You could have an interesting relationship. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep the film equipment.
Wow, Nick. You know a lot about the industry.
What else would they keep in a film studio?
You have a good point, maybe.
The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir.
What do you mean, find?
You never know, there might be something like the samurai spear.
We don't need a spear, and it was the murder weapon, so I'm pretty sure we can't take it. Oh, okay, I was thinking the same thing, but my character didn't vocalize it yet. I read ahead without reading ahead. I'm good like that.
Dressing room.
Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right. There's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Though we still didn't ask if they just saw the costume of him or not, because no one wanted to say that for some reason. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open the window much. Guess it is kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to employees. Some tea and cookies.
Nick, I'm hungry.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have? There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. This must be his own clothes.
It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes.
I'd say you're already wearing one myself. They always have mirrors like this in a dressing room. See, my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here.
Oh, this is the wig you used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on.
No. And how can you tell the name of the show just by looking at the wig?
I, kind of like samurai movies.
Kinda.
Nothing there. What about a suspicious-looking bag?
Huh, this must be Power's bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look.
An employee keycard. This must be Power's. It says Studio 1.
Let's take a look, Nick.
Borrow it. You mean borrow.
I wonder what else is inside Power's bag.
Stop that, my partner, the thief in training.
I like how they imply that I don't look at it. It's her doing it. That's pretty good. Face. Actually, can we say anything else to her now? This might be a bad idea.
Could you tell me about this, ma'am?
Oh, that. Isn't that a studio keycard? You better watch it. The scene of the murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over.
Wait, no, this is mine.
Look, I don't have a keycard to the studio, see? So I'm gonna go pay my respects to Jack Hammer where he's died.
What? Well, you'll just have to wait. What?
I was kind of wondering what happened there.
Hey, detective, take a look at this.
Oh, what's that?
Whoa. Don't show him that, he'll confiscate it.
I just wanted to show it off.
Well, okay, at least we're doing the dumb stuff.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick.
I wonder if the keycard we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It open.
Alright, we're in.
She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene.
There we go. Finally, our first crime scene. I mean, technically we've found one, but we haven't seen, like, the literal, drawn-out crime scene in Junk. First time.
What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here. The steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spears. Sounds pretty real to me.
Really? Not in the bag?
Wow, look at that camera. This must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Professor Plum in the studio with a candlestick? Yeah, probably.
Wow, it's heavier than I thought.
I don't know who this is. Hey, you, don't touch that. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. My partner is kind of, you know... She's kind of slow.
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who is she?
Oh, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're the WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers, WP, I get it.
I'm almost legal gal, just like Maya, working here with horny adults. What? Maybe not to that extent.
I don't tend to be, you guys, one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us.
Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes. I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was the rehearsal for one of our action sequences. Oh, I see.
Huh?
In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is.
Oh, wait, that's me.
The employee... the employee area. That's where Power's dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. And I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am?
What kind? No. I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry so much for getting a confirmation. Will Powers' alibi.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy.
Not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about, a clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was there.
You sensed?
Yes, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had on schedule was the action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from the outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Wow, look at that camera. That must have cost a ton.
Yes, don't touch it.
She touched it more anyway.
Looks like a backdrop for the stage. This must be used in Steel Samurai show.
Of course! That's the mountain Neo Fujiyama.
Doesn't Steel Samurai take place in oldie Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there?
Not oldie Tokyo, Nick. Neo oldie Tokyo.
Oh, right.
Look, a ladder.
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right. Sorry. This girl was out there.
Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clamp at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ow. Ready, Nick? Action!
This girl is more trouble than I thought. She just keeps touching everything, getting her fingerprints everywhere.
What's this?
That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming.
Huh.
What? Where's your enthusiasm for all these things for entertainment?
Well, lighting is fine, but I would want to be the director, or maybe the Steel Samurai.
I think she's being serious. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with the tape. His body was found still inside Evil Magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it.
Interesting.
What? Still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers is the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me. And tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1.
She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays. Run your mouth, saying that we're not off my lawn and touching things and licking the gravy.
She left.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
Computer that runs the studio cameras.
Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this camera.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Okay, let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to input in a few numbers. See, first I need to enter date. I need the date of the number. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. With 703, right? I'm pretty sure it was 703. There, entered.
Nothing happened.
Oh, I guess I got the wrong number. Was it 307? Oh no, I'll just look at it again. Sound effects are on point for this. Are they? They just have like random stuff. Yeah. 307 was what it was. Oops.
Oops. They're actually really bad. Huh. But hate and loving, we look this. I mean, for these generic birds chirping, it's pretty bad. For the courtroom stuff, I think the sounds are fine enough. The music's like okay, too. Nick! Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer.
Yeah. Let me just do it again. I messed it up. Let me do it. There, entered.
Hey! I printed out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got.
So I was right. It is just the Steel Samurai. It's not actually powers. Many is fun stuff with that darn ping. Huh?
Huh?
How is this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he's the one that always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective is very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back.
October 15th. 2 o'clock p.m. Photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day.
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
So a photo was deleted from the security footage. Interesting. That's pretty important part.
Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yeah?
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
Right. We'll put her in her place, with all the evidence that we took illegally without warrants. But it's okay, because this dystopian future that only does trials within 3 days is completely different.
Hey, that's what I said anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, that's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for the day?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady.
I feel like the security lady wouldn't do it. But this is actually the first time that we don't know who the killer is. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm glad that they did that. Because for the first 2 trials we had, we knew who the killer was, but now we actually don't. We actually have to figure out who the killer is for once, and that's nice. In the game of chess, you must never let your opponents see your pieces. Exactly, just throw them off the board. Starting the trial right away.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It's impossible for anyone to have committed this heinous crime. Anyone else. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Yeah, I'm really bad at my job. Do I have to be here? Why do you guys still hire me? Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security gate, past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, There are only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman of the production a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station.
I meant the victim, Jack Hammer, went to the studio.
Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 o'clock. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, that rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again? I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple. If you ask one question, and that question is... What did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
What?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
No, dearie. No need to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. her name, yeah, her name was actually Old Bag, right? That's pretty good. Kind of set yourself up for that one, right?
Wendy Old Bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma, even when I was young and I was an old bag. Believe it. Tatai Bayo, that's what the kids say nowadays, right?
Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objective sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Are they really going to pit us against an edgelord even more? You're surprised? Yeah. He is the prosecutor. Or I guess he just takes these cases.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. No, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
Oh, you know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
He sure is one heck of an old bag. That's being nice.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer, and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. I, well, had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked in right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading toward the station.
You saw the defendant, then. Very well. Begin cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to destroy this old lady. But I think I can get some more stuff out of her than just that. She said some interesting things. What were these errands?
Up there's a parody where before someone even speaks for 0.5 seconds, Phoenix says objection. Actually,
So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the station.
Well, there was a security guard at the gate.
There was a security at the gate? No.
The main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee keycard to get in.
Right, the keycard that I have. So what she's saying is, no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Hammer and the rest have been doing the run-through ever since the morning. This is the part I want to know.
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Objection? No?
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know.
Observing? When you're supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I'm surprised more people weren't murdered then, since she's a horrible security guard. I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too, though.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
So you're watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Of course not. I am a professional, you know. Are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper.
Snipper Whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection?
So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see?
How did you know that?
What?
Oh, I oh, wait.
Nah.
I have my
Nah, why can't I do the voice now?
I have my way.
I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Yes, I can agree to that. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting rattled by a security guard. Two, you're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain yourself. No, don't get your skivvies on bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
Wait. Just a 1 second, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of near oldie Tokyo. Miss Oldbag. Is this Mr. Powers? Is this the Mr. Powers you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that that's Mr. Powers, right?
No, they can't. They can't at all. That doesn't even hold up in court whatsoever. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Even Antwerp's is surprised. Everyone doesn't want to say old bag now?
The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all your information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear your proof then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. I looked at the picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I know it was Powers, Happy.
So he had sprained his ankle. Well, Mr. Wright, you can make cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press until she squeals.
We fish now.
No. I haven't even said anything yet.
I'll have you know. Yeah, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is straight and narrow, up and up. Youth today always whining at each other, pointing out things that made me want to cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, sphere is found sticking in the victim's chest. Actually, couldn't we use this? He had the employee card in his bag. How did he get into the employee stuff if he didn't even have his key card? I don't think we can bring this up yet, though. And someone could have just been in the studio, too. I also don't know that. Yeah, saw him trip and fall. Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he was supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped him make it better for him, of course.
What did she give it a kiss? Give it a kiss and make it feel better?
You helped make it feel better?
I kissed where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Oh, she was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Pow's ankle.
She didn't know about his ankle. If that's true, that makes it seem more like it might have been the security guard who killed him. But that could be weird. Why would she kill him? I mean, obviously she has a grudge against him for replacing the other guy in fame. But still, she wouldn't kill the guy who was famous to ruin the other guy's life. That wouldn't make sense. Unless it would make sense for a killer.
You may continue your testimony.
What property break? He broke a cop?
Sure did, his own samurai spear. Samurai spear?
Oh, a samurai spear, the murder weapon.
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
It strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in my court record. Break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Wouldn't it just break apart then when you're stabbing into someone? So is the murder weapon a different one? Was Mr. Power's ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
That's the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay.
I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is the Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking though. Anyway, that detail is clearly not important for a court case revolving around it. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure And are you sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. I have to consider that possibility also, since literally it was just, an arch of a gate and anyone could just walk around the other side and go kill him. But we didn't consider that.
Yeah, exactly, Defiance. She wasn't watching the gates the whole time that other thing happened. So photo 1 was probably someone walked in, they go over to studio 2. Just like, yeah, I'm so cool. I'm just gonna sit over here in my Steel Samurai cosplay. Or something, I don't know. Maybe not something like that, but we'll see.
Then, allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue our testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. Time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 was true. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
That wasn't much. That wasn't very much to go on. How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain I gave donut stealing detective? And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see. Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Okay, so we can bribe Gumshoe with donuts.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers.
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite sure, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking, right. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in, even though they could just jump over the gate. Not to mention...
Grind his leg. Huh. It could have been someone on stilts. Looks like they have the duct tape, though. That'd be weird if it's someone on stilts. Either way, we know she wasn't there the whole time. Are you sure?
The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy?
Old Windbag sure has balls, or well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. No, quite sure. Nobody's just passed by. Nobody's just looking right. Photo number 2. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from your hole, from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that a computer in the guard station records all the security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know what that means. It was October, taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? You piece of old bag.
Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there was only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Me? Watch your mouth, Sonny. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these new fangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are, you whippersnappers, too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Mr. Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please?
It was the other girl. Every day after I finish my guard duty, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on camera and check them. Throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it.
Right, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this is a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Yeah, I kinda did too. Another job?
That's right, I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. Those computers are just so frustrating.
Throw them out. How exactly to determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, don't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it.
Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
What? Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they came in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and,
And?
they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo you erased?
It was a boy, probably second or third grade.
So the kids stood on top of each other and killed the guy? Is that what we're gonna get here?
Order? Order? Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the sealed samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade.
Why, yes. We see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in second or third grade. I assume it'd be hard, not impossible for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
The court would take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Like they're going to for sure.
October 18th. 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes.
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the Steel Samurai costume, so where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are you going to do? What are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. Start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? I don't like that. I don't like the sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed the crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you'll be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
Who is the person other than Mr. Powers that could have been the murderer?
I mean, the security lady. Because we don't have an account of her at all that day, so she would be the only one I can really say. And they factor out the grade school boy already. It could be both of these guys together, but the security lady feels like she's a bust. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so she became the Steel Samurai.
You're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture really seems that assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor.
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot.
Oh, bad feeling time.
Remember the testimony concerning Mr. Powers' injury?
Powers and poor Hammer went through, and all me.
She was cleaning up backdrops, you think? She didn't know about Powers' ankle?
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look like the Steel Samurai, look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk, she wouldn't have limped.
That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as warned.
Oh, really?
I thought that would have been fine. We still don't have an account for her. Just the backdrops? That seems suspicious enough to care. I mean, I can still say the grade school boys, but... I was gonna do that in the first place, but I thought they factored it out by saying that he couldn't carry the spear. But whatever.
It was the grade school boy. Why isn't anyone saying anything?
Are you seriously suggesting a boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran actor star with spear. For one thing, the murder weapon was with the steel samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him?
Maybe that was a dumb move on my part.
Maybe. Maybe. How about absolutely?
Really? They want me to say... They want me to say the old lady?
Ugh. It just feels like it isn't the security guard, though.
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Who?
I mean, obviously she knows how to do the stuff, but I still don't see why she would kill the other guy. But we don't have that information, I guess, so we'll have to figure it out. But oh well, I had enough points left over, and we're gonna end the trial this part anyways, to go on to the next day, so I don't think it'll really matter.
That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury, maybe because they'd been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper?
I guess she did want to just ruin both their careers, maybe? I don't know.
Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag. That's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through so much trouble wearing the steel samurai costumes?
Simply, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take a picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
I mean, I kind of got that, but I don't know. It still seems weird that I don't care about accounting for the other people if we're just trying to buy time. We're not trying to convict her right now. But whatever. I guess for the penalty for accusing someone else thing. Maybe I should have just done the obvious thing right away. Anyway.
Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes II, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection of some new darning evidence?
Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on the matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there and do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this hole away. Might as well. The very same reasoning that Mr. Powers is a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to Pal Hammer?
You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one who had the photo I erased.
He's the grade schooler, though as you said, second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to kids and mean to your elders days when Whippersnapper?
I have proof.
But proof?
Indeed. Then let's see the proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
Show the ID card. Pierce through by the chest. Or do we just show this? And with duct tape. I guess I'll show this. Xenon murders, we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a keycard to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a keycard?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Windbag's speechless. This has got to be it first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor. Why would they say it like that?
Then this prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is now adjourned.
Well, we bought ourselves more time.
Wait a second. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking on the whole wrong tree. I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the prices. The windbag wants to talk.
Old bag? What is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you want and must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about. By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify, you dumb, lady.
Lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. They were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. Said they had nothing to do with it, see? They told me just to pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. So if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
So was she not the murderer? She still doesn't seem like the murderer, but we haven't seen more characters.
This is crucial information. Why'd you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
But you don't listen to a court of law where you could actually be arrested for life.
No, why would I do that?
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
So you were told not to talk.
That's right. By the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
What? That means the people on the camera. How were these people? There might not even have been a 10-year-old boy there. It was probably the people on the camera that used the other studio or something.
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through on the action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people? Keeps forgetting to testify? Yeah, she does.
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, the old Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2. Was there a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
That was right?
Well, Wright, would you like to continue cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Only just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. They're not gonna let me do this, are they? No, they're not. That's dumb. I wanted them to say, then you would have a picture for these people. So where's photos 1, 2, and 3? Colonel Windex sure likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much info as we can. They still want me to keep pressing her more. So you're told not to talk. Yeah, they already said that part. Scenario. Day of the murder, we got that. My soul bag. This is the trial for murder.
I know, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they give me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Yeah, whatever. Your Honor, I've learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer, bigwigs, were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceeding in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Yeah, I guess that was all we could really get, though. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Really, it's nothing. Grin. Or should I say...
I'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and the producer. They'll be turning up at the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was that was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been that old windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her either still, but you never know. She seems pretty dumb, at least.
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old windbag. I feel kinda sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there without my accusation. With or without. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Sniffle.
To be continue? Man, this game has so much talking scenes, it seems to go by in a flash. We'll be right back. But yeah, we're gonna end there for the day.
We did a bunch of stuff, but we started a new episode and we solved a case. And we stalled on this one, so now we can, go do other stuff. And things with... I don't know. We'll be back tomorrow with some video game. Maybe I'll just play another Switch game, since I got this stuff working anyway, so I might as well use it, right? I'll do something, though. Do I actually have people in here? Ending day. Things are boring sometimes. Things can be weird with looking at your chat log. But yeah, a lot of court case stuff happened. A lot of things that probably shouldn't happen in court cases. I'm still kind of curious how the legal system in this game works, right? They seem to not really care about things like warrants and stuff, which is interesting. I wonder if that becomes something in the later games, or is this just a dystopian future like I was saying, where court cases are, you know, pumped out. It's weird. Anyways, though. Good cases today. You enjoyed that Mr. White's case a lot. Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. Have a good day, everyone. See you next time. Play something tomorrow. Bye.